Droopy's Good Deed is an MGM cartoon from 1951. This is directed by Tex Avery and written by Rich Hogan with a voice cast including Bill Thompson, Tex Avery and Daws, Butler. And I really liked the first half of the cartoon, maybe the first two-thirds, but then it went in a direction that I really didn't care for, and I don't think it needed to either. Droopy is a Boy Scout, and Spike is also a Boy Scout, and every time Droopy tries to do a good deed or he does something good, Spike tries to ruin it, tries to hurt Droopy, and I won't say ultimately what the good deed refers to or what Droopy ends up doing, but it's a pretty interesting narrative. It's beautifully animated. I think the setting of the woods worked really well. We have a lovely colour palette. We have a lot of greens. It's very, very green. And that all worked really well, and I was really thoroughly enjoying it. But then it went further than the woods. We went outside of the woods, and I won't spoil it by saying exactly what happens. But I feel like they made that decision because maybe they wanted the variety and they didn't think that setting it just in the woods would be enough for the entire cartoon. But actually, I think it would have been. And I think it's almost like they were trying too hard. And it just went in a direction that was ludicrous, and I didn't really care for it. And it just didn't seem like the natural progression of the cartoon to me, and I don't think they should have done that. So the first two-thirds-ish were really good. The setting was brilliant. Spike was pretty funny, and he got himself into some pretty difficult situations because, needless to say, every time he tried to do something to Droopy, it kept backfiring. And that was really entertaining, and they didn't really need to try and make it more than it was. That was enough, and it would have been enough for the full cartoon, and I don't think it went in the right direction. I don't think the decision to take it where it went was a good idea, and I won't spoil it by saying what that is, because I do recommend it, because it was two-thirds a good cartoon, and Droopy was interesting, and Spike was an interesting character as well. But personally, I didn't love the final third-ish. I just don't think it felt right for the cartoon. It felt really jarring, it felt very forced, and I just didn't find it very entertaining. But the first part, the first two-thirds, give or take, I thought were pretty good, beautifully animated, and rather funny as well, with some really interesting behaviours from Spike and Droopy. If you're a Droopy fan, I definitely recommend it. Droopy's Good Deed may not be perfect, but I still enjoyed most of it.